one point in time around 2004 to 5 lost its accreditation, and the superintendent person had no emotions of stuff to having to basically go from Missouri to Kansas. If you go to another state, even though it's on the state line, technically Kansas is a different state, and I had all that stuff in writing, and it is at the time having footage at the places and that having to show that with the same height. In a yearbook photo, you don't show your entire height in a yearbook photo, but there's articles and stuff at the time that it was written out that it was real, that you have no fucking idea why these people are able to swindle and nickel and dime people's pensions and shits and basically fucking go smoke joints and shit and have all the proof of me not doing that. And during that point in time, the stuff wasn't legalized to be on something, and thank God I'm not on anything myself, because the way they do other people. My blood labs are always clean. That's why I took a live stream of it on Facebook. I have to stay up all day and fucking night because fucking way the people are with you in terms of mocking a person who has proof and shit. I was already doxxed in 2018 by a person who was a lunatic. All Evan's friends mock shit that you have proof of. And being on the account with him back in 2012, he had an account for PlayStation when it originally was received in the if I was retired, I wouldn't be able to do this much. You can go through the stage and glitch it like that and exploit glitches like that. If I was redundant, this wouldn't be directly plugged into it. Doing it at live stream was much harder than having a live stream, a high score on Street Fighter, a high score on SNK, 3 high scores on a mobile game that you have to directly have in front of you as you're doing it. I don't know what else more it takes to have somebody mock a person that's lesser known that went to a Nintendo Fusion tour in high school, wouldn't have the shit on and then be at a place where you had the shit on where there's actual physicographic photo proofs of it. They're fucking trying to burn notice. I was friendly about this shit back then, saying that if I was some ignorant person, I would have been like nasty towards whoever the fuck they think they are themselves, that have no fucking emotions and no remorse off stuff and act like M. Bison off Street Fighter, like a wannabe dictator type shit. I have photographs of being born at a hospital here in Missouri, so I don't know why the fuck they made it seem like I was an immigrant myself and I was born here. I'm not gonna show any of that off because it's fucking weird to have to do all that and no notion, like, you don't have a whole person's height on a yearbook photo, and it's zoomed in and my face still looks the same, and I always get my head shaved. When I had, for those photos, my height of hair wasn't always a full set of hair until after high school was over. If you're gonna let yourself go on medicines and swell up and shit, you're not supposed to be able to experience side effects and shit given to you. And I wasn't fucked in the ass by anything, because they would be fucking shit on my fucking pants. And my pants that I had, I still fucking have the khaki pants. So what the fuck? I had people like over here every other day back in weekends and shit that they know I didn't get fucked by anything. Evan and Elliot were here, fucking didn't think that shit was weird to have 2 relatives. I went to the same high school in Kansas after I transferred out of Missouri. Like I said, Missouri lost its accreditation. And I'm all in the yearbooks and that shit of 2006, 2007 years. Moved back because of truancy of having them say that you were able to go to Kansas at that point in time and have your uncle address. Basically, he let me have his address and was at a hotel with them at that point in time in 2005. That was the Christmas year going in 2006. I have notion where they can go back to their hotel in the plaza and show off that it wouldn't be weird enough to have that play out when there was Tony Hawk Pro Skater Wasteland in 2005 to 6, and Shadow of the Colossus, and then have photograph evidence of the poster and that I had in the background with the brown shirt that I don't have. Most of the majority of the shirts and shit I don't have anymore, but the stuff I kept was just basically was real. I can't Photoshop any of this shit because it has time stayed and damps, and I know the person on the other side has the footage. I don't even want to have wisdom teeth pulled because I don't want to get tortured by anybody else and be tortured at the end of this. And they're writing me scripts for antibiotic medication that if you have something in your bloodstream besides COVID, it's a staph infection from going to all those damn appointments. So what the fuck? I had nurse staff come on to me too, so I have all that recorded on the staph infection playlist. Dude's calling me a fool. He can't even glitch the fucking game to be able to get off of fucking actual stuff to himself to be able to control character on this and do a live stream. Takes more dedication than somebody just laughing hysterically like a moron. I didn't even say anything racist. I said that Missouri really did lost its accreditation. Thought it was because of that. I had a photograph of all my fucking family in the background that somehow saw the same shit. They ain't gonna be fucking rude with you, acting like fucking Dave Chappelle sprinkled crack on the people fucking in the house and wondering who the photographs were. That guy just watched that comedy special back on Comedy Central back in 2009 or 10. Then he's fucking whack himself. If I was racist, I wouldn't be in an African-American fucking middle school and never say anything racist like Justin Bieber back on TMZ was singing that Long Less Lonely song and mocking that shit. Then when I did sing, I didn't have any fucking notion of that Von Smear song with that backpack in a forest with the dragon and all the lyrics to be able to understand that shit. Most people know this shit's real if they can't go forth and say they don't post the whole entire person's height on a yearbook photo. Nobody watches the live streams, but for some reason on the shorts I get like 1 billion views. And that stuff monetized as long as nobody takes the device. What made it mad on that front was that I had a jury summons. Why are they sending me jury summons then if there was some weird assumption of being a serial killer? And I had proof of that twice from back, for whatever reason, when we had ADT put on. They sent me a jury summon notice and a proof of, like a address, like a proof of residency. And they did that so they couldn't go forth and say I was a serial killer. Because how the fuck did I get there, like Evan said, in the woods? And we had somebody that's car stalled midway through going to the woods, and we helped him out. But it wasn't off Julio's car wash pushing a car like they think. And the guy even still trying to cover his tracks and acting like I don't go around there. You have all this proof of the family being in the background. What the fuck do you have family for? Why the fuck the cop was fucking saying a pink trimmed room and it's my sister's room in the 90s, and she wrote one of those carpal tinted fucking article things that have the ability to print off on the police, fucking have ability to print off stuff that actually did happen. I glitched the game. Nine minutes doing impressive shit out of the presidency that life depended on it. Couldn't fucking tell real and what's not real then. Guy's psycho. He's not even from here. Why the fuck Evan even had the more weirder shit than I wasn't doing the creepy shit where it proved the guy was born here or not. I didn't even give a shit. The 3 people served in the service for fucking nothing then if they're gonna make a mockery out of this shit. And I read somewhere at one point in time on Google fucking website, they said the Ortegas were the highest ranking in the military. So if they're gonna make a mockery out of her last name for whatever fucking reason, they're fucking psycho to do that. I wouldn't have served in the service and getting punked by everybody. I know those male post office people go forth and take off fucking medals and stuff off people that served in the military, off fucking fraudulent mail claims, that they're even mocking me on the mail service for having proof. I didn't start a race war off a restaurant that was made that had no choice of having been the namesake of that. When the real people hide behind a last name, they don't get punked like we do, and they fucking psycho themselves to even have that. They're thinking that the shit was for whatever reason. You don't make up a military photo of 3 dudes in a fucking airplane going off in the middle of it. I'm not gonna get detained if I didn't originally was murder anyone if the fucking birth certificate I have doesn't match the shit. And I was working at Sunfresh at the time, grocery sacking with the same green polo I had at Rock Hill Road with my fucking family being there, and it was advertised on the fucking news. So what the fuck? I mean, I'm saying it's like that burn notice shit because wherever the fuck state you're into, and they fucking have some weird way of disbanding whatever the fuck you had and putting you up in some kind of creepy conspiracy theory that you went off at 4 in the morning. And they're saying that I slept most day and night at one point in time. These people that act like they knew me best, if I was asleep day and night, then I wouldn't be there. If I was a no good bum, I'd be 800 pounds. How the fuck are you supposed to defend yourself on one person being ignorant? Ignorant is bliss. I didn't ever say... It'd be different if I was saying the N-word like Justin Bieber singing some creepy shit. But I didn't even do that back then, so what the fuck? How the fuck Justin Bieber gets a free ride and says a bunch of creepy shit? He should have had his parents take him in foster care back when he was younger, singing that One Less Lonely song, and put him in foster care and lose all of his shit. Here they have parasites, and whoever the fuck he's married to showed off her belly button, and then they fucking had a parasite up in her shit. Like that Resident Evil 4 Los Plagas shit. No, I said the fucking Parasite Eve lady. I don't know how the fuck they're able to do this shit. I even heard some creepy shit. I'm fucking sane-minded. They're able to fucking demonstrate proof without shaking the telephone all scared and shit. They'll get sued if they do something to me, because every time I end up in a hospital and they fucking have the footage of what actually does occur, and they can't make up a bunch of creepy shit, at the end of the day it wouldn't have been cleared by a hospital. I still have the original documentations of it. As long as they don't come fucking do something with it, or fucking try to act like there's some more to it when there wasn't. On my Facebook, I had a video upload of drawing something back in 2012. I flatlined it because I didn't want to have notion of a restaurant closing in 2010, and people really were making a mockery out of shit. And thank God I didn't delete it, because I have fucking proof of all that on there as it occurred. Even live streamed some stuff. While I was live streaming, somebody had worked at Fox 4 that was racist towards Mexican people. But if Prozac, I don't think is Mexican, but he's like Middle Eastern or something. That fat guy that raps about fucking shit that's not funny. Something about if there were sloppy seconds and calling people fags and saying they were cult elitists, and they fucking do something off the lyrics, and then have the two people that are part of that are the only skinny people in the group at Missy B's taking shits and that. What the fuck? They're weird. That's like feeding a chicken sandwich. I don't know what the fuck to do if they fucking don't believe the proof that you have, and there's footage that probably can get that goes along with that, with the same shit that have people that were there with the silver camera. So I don't know how the fuck they're even able to say something if I was the same height in 2008 that I was in 2004. But look at them like they're fucking crazy. I didn't have a Ramirez, Hernandez, Oscar 50 guy fucking name go and do something to somebody that I didn't know anybody in Idaho or whatever the fuck. That's because of that. I don't know what the fuck to believe, because the fucking Jenny Ortega, how is she able to have a Disney Channel like presence and have a show on Netflix and that if we're all domestic terrorists that have the last name Ortega? It's not like the nacho cheese people that have the Ortega last name are dipping them in nacho cheese, like that Bruce Lee movie where the African American guy that starred in that movie got dunked in boiling water. I'm not fucking having people do shit like that, and there's nothing in writing like that. So I don't know how the fuck they're even able to fucking have the ability to make a mockery out of proof that is real, and there's footage that goes along with it. I didn't have GPS technology. If I was a fool, how the fuck did I know where the guy would be at random? And there's a bunch of million people in the visual of that guy, so what the fuck? There's a bunch of people there. How the fuck would I know where the fuck the guy looked like? If I was a fool, I wouldn't be able to know who the fuck they look like. That the fucking guy's psycho. Fucking this creepy fucking guy wasn't even from here, and Evan posted the shit probably wasn't real that he had. He's fucking able to swindle people's pensions that have to work for 9 to 5 and have them to retire at 65, only not to get their pension because they fucking smoke dope and fucking on trains, fucking hookers and shit in public daylight. I'm not on a share-fare bus with a bunch of hookers getting my dick sucked like they are. I wasn't even racist. I fucking said that the Missouri lost its accreditation trying to be fair with this shit, but they're fucking psychopaths. If I was incoherent, I wouldn't be able to glitch the damn character into another fucking realm. And I'm laughing at Fox 4 for being creepy. They're fucking creepier than that ridiculous guy made fun of that on the Ridiculous show, saying that Fox 4, the local news station, was weird because of the way that they were fucking mocking a bunch of shit. That's on TV, that they made it seem like it was just off at random, like Silent Hill or something. Yeah, they have that You Matter, but they had somebody with that, and they were acting like you didn't matter, and you fucking actually did overdose because they didn't believe whatever the fuck at the point in time. We wouldn't have immunizations at a hospital in 2006 at a Kansas hospital with a brown folder of that happening at the time at a Kansas school. So what the fuck? I reported as many things as and tried to explain clear as day, and it's still fucking weird. Yeah, guys making fun of the Vivian Oaks being burnt down, but I never say anything bad about the apartment itself. And whoever had the key to be able to go in somebody's apartment at random and burn it down, that's fucked up for them making fun of that shit. I ain't even saying anything bad about it. It was just because we got ill. It wasn't because of COVID, but the stuff they were smoking and having it smelling in a ventilation shaft that goes up to the washroom to everybody's apartments up above. Down below, they had some eerie fucking goddamn shit smelled like fucking embalming fluid. They didn't want my clothes in that because it took 1,000,000 washes to fucking get the smell out, and we still broke a lease off Vivian Oaks for those 2 years because we were paying $2,000 to $3,000 to hear people yell and scream at night. Half the time, those people didn't even live there, like full time, having somebody else come out and random and fucking have weird tendencies and shit to be able to tell you a bunch of crap at 4 in the morning. And they had to work for a living. It wasn't like given to you. Fucking shit's most crazy. Welfare isn't Vivian Oaks. Welfare isn't even the shit I have is like 1,000 to 2,000, so they can't go forth and say anything because whatever reason the bank knows it's not fake because it's coming directly from the government. But if you had a restaurant that it was destroyed, what the fuck are you supposed to do with yourself if they're fucking telling you a bunch of creepy shit and the family doesn't even help you out? You know, there's people out there, the human rights people, know that shit's cruelty if they fucking telling you a bunch of creepy shit that didn't happen at the point in time. There was no way of being able to have a GPS tracking device in 2010. I glitched the game. If I was fucking not being crazy about this, but there's no way to be able to have somebody say that you're a fool in that, and if you mocked any of them, they'll fucking have worse shit put on you. And all this is live streamed. I know they can't take my identity because, like what Forrest Gump did with the presidency, meeting them out and the fucking having gotten fucking the way they had that weird shit where Tom Hanks shows his ass. He's on fucking a movie back then, and that was fucking PG-13, I believe. It wasn't rated R. I was on fucking medicine back then for people to describe you fucking shit and saying you're not experiencing any of the side effects. That's fucked up. You swell up from taking medicines if you fucking have the notion of that. If you get an allergic reaction from something. I don't know how fuck Capcom made that Devil May Cry reboot where one of those people on the television say, hey, this guy did this and that, and didn't actually do it. And they fucking away the reboot of Devil May Cry back in either 2012 or 13 was how this guy just saw that and wanted to basically swindle people's fucking shit through false information. They swindle. Keyword swindle. And they say obscure shit. All those video games have obscure shit in it. That guy calls people that play video games creepy bastards when his son is a creepy bastard himself on a locomotive train. I'm surprised he wasn't playing a Steam Deck getting his dick sucked by a bunch of weird hookers and that shit and paid off government pendency of pensions and shit that are given to people that actually do have jobs off somebody who just is fucking just creepy, man. That's fucking leaning against people. I'm not leaning against really anybody, and the Royals cheerleaders leaned against me and pressed their breast against me, so I'm not doing that shit where I'm leaning over everybody and their mother and fucking making weird remarks and shit. If you think something fucking like that and I have footage of not even being like that. Back then I wasn't even fucking really around whatever the fuck television show that I fucking recorded. They had people without their top on fucking violating and shit, and they were fucking having them on. They can't have somebody on that fucking has to prove. I bet you if the fucker had the same fucking, like, demonstrating something, he wouldn't be able to glitch a character off the fucking goddamn screen like that and have it all live stream. I made a fucking clay world. I'm not fucking redundant. A guy can't even do that. Can't even draw anything himself. He was in the White House, couldn't even sketch anything. Looked like a retard. Sounded just like I do, and making fun of me. I wish that fucking robot that Honda made kicked him in the nads like they were saying back in the day. Comments and shit, that he met a robot, those Honda robots, those fuckings that were able to walk downstairs and shit, kicked him in the nads for me or something. I don't have no ability to get back at the creepy bastard.